Okay, hello everyone. So Mnemosy is a PBR library tool that I've developed for managing materials and texture files. And it acts a bit like a file browser, so we can go through our directories, search for materials that we have. We can preview them in the renderer here. We get settings for them, and yeah, then we can either export them to file, or we can also just drag them into other programs. So for example, if I'm in Blender, I can just drag them into my shader editor here. Same thing works in Substance. I drag this here, I get the file pop-up, and I can just import them as I want. So we have a hierarchy view on the left. We can drag stuff around here. We have a contents panel where we can do the same thing. Can add folders, rename them. We have 3 types of materials. We can add PBR material. We have just normal texture files, flat shaded, and we have skybox materials. So we can load skyboxes. To the right is the settings panel and export panel. For PBR materials, you have your normal channels where you load your textures. So I can, for example, click on this button here and choose a texture from file, or I can drag my texture directly over the slot I wanted. Or what I can also do, if my texture has a name with a reasonable suffix name, for example, roughness, I can just drag it somewhere here in the slot and it will apply the texture here. We can look at the specific channels. For the preview renderer, we can change one of the default skyboxes. We can choose a default mesh as well. Yeah, then for PBR materials, we also have channel packing. So let's go to a different material. So we can choose a name, for example, the resolution. This is fine for now. Maybe RGB channels, 8 bits maybe, and then we can just choose what we have. So what did we say? Height, ambient occlusion, and metallic. Can create. Okay, so it wants me now that I didn't have a metallic, which is true, but that's no problem. We can now open the folder where this is saved, and we have our texture file here. If we don't want it, we can delete it, and it's gone. Okay, so what you also see here is that each material has its separate folder, and it really is just the same as you see here on the side. So this is my library. Here's all of the folders. And yeah, you can always open the corresponding folder on your drive or copy the file path. Yeah, you also have a search feature, so I can search for wood, for example. I get all of my materials that have wood in the name. I don't know, brick. I also made a Blender add-on. So for export, we can also choose plugins export, and I have to first enable it. And now I get this add-on, this material here, set up with all of the textures that it has. The same thing works for skyboxes. So I can, I don't know, go to this one, export it, and it will just add it here and give us the skybox in Blender. Yeah, so up here you have different libraries, and yeah, you can create as many as you want. And I will now show you how to set everything up. Okay, so when you first get Mnemosy, you get a zip file and you extract it and you get all of this. There's a bin folder where we have the executable. There's some license stuff and a resources folder. You don't have to install anything. You can just run the application. And this is what you will see the first time. Yeah, you can create a link, drop it on your desktop, and can just open it here. Here we can't do anything yet. We first need to create a new library, give it a name, our PBR, and then you just select an empty folder somewhere. We add, and now we get our library here. We can create another one. And then we can switch between them. So let's create a folder and a PBR material here. Awesome. Now if you, for example, remove this here and you want to get it back, let's go to the folder where this was saved. You will see the folder you selected. There's this folder and 2 data files. Never touch these files. These are important, and store the hierarchy of what is inside this. So you need these. And what you can do is you can, when you add a new library, let's call it PBR again, check this checkbox here, and then instead of selecting a folder, we can go to here and select this data file, and it picked up everything. Yeah, this is Mnemosy. You can get it in the links below, and yeah, have a nice day.